What's going on YouTube? Today I want to do a quick video on the jets on the CB550 that I'm rebuilding. So jets of course are in the carburetor. You got the main jet and the pilot jet. The pilot is also known as a slow jet, but the main jet basically controls the fuel and air going into the motorcycle at throttle position of about quarter to full throttle, and the pilot, or also known as the idle jet, basically controls the fuel going into the engine at idle speeds, obviously. And reasons why you need to replace the jets in the vehicle or in your CB550 is because if you make any kind of exhaust modifications or the intake modifications, it's going to mess up the air-fuel ratio going into the motorcycle engine. So depending on the exhaust setup, it's going to change the exhaust air back pressure, and depending on the intake setup, you're going to have more flow, less flow, and that's going to mess up how the fuel is burning inside the engine. So it is very critical that if you're making any kind of changes to the exhaust or intake, that you rejet your motorcycle. So first things first, here is the carburetor of the CB550. When you take it off, it looks like this with the little cover on top. This cover is held on by 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. You just remove that with Phillips, and inside you will see something like this. Give me 1 second. I already took every single part, so let me just pop it back in here. Yeah, it's not exactly how it came out, but basically you get the idea. There's a little clip up top, and you basically remove that clip, and inside here is the main jet. This is the jet that controls the fuel going into the engine at wide open throttle. So that's the one jet that you need to replace. And the slow jet or pilot jet is this jet on the right side here, and it is simply screwed in. So you just grab a screwdriver and unscrew this guy. So those are the 2 jets that needs to be replaced, and I did a lot of research online trying to figure out what size jets I need. So there's a list created by a guy called Denny Zander. Thanks to Denny, we can kind of estimate, screensaver. Thanks to Danny, we can kind of estimate what size jet you need to get for your CB550 or any kind of motorcycle for that matter with carburetors. So let me just show you how to use this chart. In my case, I have a 4-to-1 exhaust. So what you want to do is go down the list and figure out your setup. I have 4-to-1 exhaust here. So basically it's telling me to increase 2 jet sizes for 4-to-1 exhaust. And it's also telling me to increase 2 jet sizes for individual filters. By individual filters, what it means is the pod filters that I'm going to be installing here. It's just the cone-shaped filters that basically sits on individual inlet. So I got 2 for 4-to-1 and 2 for individual pod filters. What you want to do is add these 2 up and subtract 1, and I get 3. So I need to increase 3 sizes for the main jet. As far as the pilot jet goes, it tells you that 1 pilot jet size increase for every 3 main jet size increase. So I need to increase my pilot jet size by 1, main jet size by 3. Now moving on to here, this is a website called jetsoras.com. They give you all these jets for your carbureted bike needs. On here, I'm on the CB550 section. This is a 1975 CB550, and you can basically figure out what size jets you need and just order them. So the stock jet size for the CB550 for the pilot size is 38. So as the Denny told me online, I need to increase 1 size, so I'm going to go with the size 40. And on the main jet, CB550 is stock jet size 100, so I'm going to increase by 3 sizes and go with 115. And I'm going to add that to cart, and I have 115 and 40. And the reason why I have 115 in here as well as the 120 is because even though this guide is pretty accurate, it is not gonna get the jet size 100% accurate for your motorcycle. Every motorcycle is a little different. Every exhaust is gonna be a little different depending on your altitude or where you live. Of course, it's gonna the system is gonna be pressurized a little differently, so it's gonna pull different amount of fuel into the motorcycle. So it is recommended that you buy a bunch of different size jets so that you can play around, swap them in and out, and check the spark plugs after you ride the bike each time to make sure that the jet size that you have on the bike is in fact what you're looking for. So I'm gonna order these up online from jetsource.com, and once I receive it, I'm gonna be installing the jets in the carburetor, which is super simple. It just screws into the bike, and hopefully I'll be putting the carburetor back on the bike soon. So that's it for the carbs. I know there was a lot of information as a first time builder or first time rejetting a carburetor. There was a lot of research that I had to do online, and I hope this video kind of helps you out as far as where to find the jets, how to find your recommended jet sizing, and so on. So thanks again for watching the video. Leave comments, questions below as needed, and I'll try to respond to my knowledge. So thanks again, and I'll see you in my next build video. See you.